Which camera am I face forward on?
This way.
Right there.
Yep. You're just talking to me.
Okay.
And I'm just talking to you.
Into the crowd, it'll catch you. See, I just wanted if I got direct traffic real quick.
You got it. We're up and on.
You can see me. Are we
Oh
up?
yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. What's going on? This is your guy Six. This is the Nomtombout Radio Show on 91.7 WVXU HD2 FM. Check us out each and every Wednesday. We will be broadcasting at 11 a.m. We back. We've been missing from this channel for a little bit, but we've been getting everything together and ready for y'all so we can have some fun. And we kind of repurposing this show. Now I'm talking about radio. Now, what we do is we talk to people who've worked in the music industry, hip hop industry in particular, and we talk to those people who support the industry. It's cool to talk to the artists. It's cool to talk to people like that. But when you can talk to the PRs, the road managers, the assistants, you kind of get the story that supports the main story. I work for the union, Local 5 Stage Union, and what we do is we put up concerts, stage and video, stuff like that. And you see that it's like 300 people that a lot of times make one person look good for an hour. 16 hours of work sometime for 2 hours of work. So it's the people who support the main cast, the supporting cast. So we want to celebrate those people. So we got somebody very special and important to the Midwest region who put in a lot of work, who brought you and helped people get signed in the industry. And if you've seen flyers up in, what was it, 90s, 2000s?
Yeah, posters, flyers, late 80s, early 90s, and 2000s.
Yeah. You might have seen some of this lady's work. So I want you to introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
Okay, everybody, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm Judy Jones, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, originally from Walnut Hills. I graduated at Taft High School, and then I went on to graduate from Northern Kentucky University in radio, television, and film. From there, I started working at Arc Distributing, which was a music distribution company, and we distributed music for the record stores all over the United States, basically. Mainly in the Midwest, but there would be people who couldn't get certain titles. They may be in California, and they would call us and order these certain titles from me.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time at Arc Distributing, I worked there for 15 years. While working there, I saw a lot of black music wasn't moving. So I started doing a little promotion for, the different artists.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started doing that and I saw that it was helping the sales, it was just fun to me.
Yeah.
But then I said, hey, I created my own business from that. And I started that in 1992. 92. So from 92 until now, that's what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been a blessing, a real live blessing.
And that's what I want to celebrate, because hip hop is still new enough to get in and create your own. You can create a job.
Oh yeah.
If you got something that supports the industry, supports artists, it could be a piece of technology, it could be anything, a piece of hardware. But you can still early enough to get in there and create your own way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So let's get a little bit into where you from. Where are you from?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Walnut Hills.
Walnut Hills.
Uh-huh.
All right. You in high school, right?
I graduated Taft High School.
Graduated Taft High School. What's playing? What you listening to?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. Still to this day. On the way over here, I was listening to Head to the Sky.
Yeah.
Keep your head to the sky.
Go ahead, hit the high note. Phil a baby.
No.
My
There you
neck
go.
is bust. The back of my neck is gonna bust
Go
like a
ahead,
Frank.
man. You got my
if I
hair
sing
standing up.
I can't do that one. It hurt just doing that. But yeah, so Earth, Wind, and Fire is playing. What else you listening to around that time?
Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire, The Emotions, Boss Skaggs, Low Down. I mean, I can remember all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was just into music.
Yeah.
I've always been into music. And since I was a kid, they used to have this thing you could work in the summertime. It was called Earn and Learn.
Mm-hmm.
And we hours you go to school and learn, and then they have you do a job, and that's where you earned your money. Well, after we get paid on Friday, you know everybody got their little CCY checks.
Yeah.
We going shopping at Twin Fair. I ain't going in Twin Fair. Y'all go in there. I'm going over here to the record store.
Yeah.
And I go in the record store.
What record store you
Record Theater. It finally moved out to Norwood on Further, but it was Record Theater over there by Twin Fair.
I don't even think I remember that one.
See?
I remember. I miss Kip's Record Arcade.
Oh yeah, I
Kip's
used to work there.
Man, we used to go in there and get the free posters after
Yeah.
school. Leave Pleasant Hill, go up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And now you go up there, it look like a whole different place.
Oh yeah, 'cause they got the condos, the senior building, and everything up in there now.
Yeah. But Kip's Record Arcade. Who else were you working with at the time?
Well, even though I worked at Arc Distributing, on the weekend, I would work at Record Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody came in there just not even to buy music, a lot of times just to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I got work to do. I'm trying to do this work, but at the same time, I really enjoyed all the artists in Cincinnati back then. And when I say that, the way I say it is because they might have been the baddest child on the street, but when it came to that music, it was nothing but respect. Miss Judy this, Miss Judy that.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, this and that. And I'd be like, how your bad ass? But they got respect.
Yeah.
And that's the difference today. You know, these artists nowadays, they're killing each other. And I don't understand that. And I'm not just saying the artists, these young people, they have no respect for each other,
Mm-hmm.
less known somebody else, a grown person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you don't have no respect for yourself, you don't even know how to give respect a lot of times to other people.
And that could be true.
Yeah.
But see, you know, back in the day, when I was coming up, or even when some of you guys were coming up, a village, the next door neighbor could whoop your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Or they going to call your mama. It wasn't called snitching. But now, if they call your mama, the kids say that grown person was snitching on them.
Yeah.
And these kids nowadays, they take offense to that, and they actually retaliate.
Yeah, or they moms or their parents be ratchet too, and you be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I see this ain't gonna go nowhere.
Exactly. So people are afraid
Yeah.
to check these kids nowadays.
And how do you think that like bleed over into the music? Because I'm a firm believer in like music is a tune. They call it a tune for a reason. It's tuning us to a certain frequency. And a lot of times now we dancing like to our detriment. A lot of things that we celebrate and dance to in music, it's all the things that corrupt our neighborhoods and like poison our mind. Like over sexualization, drug use, the thought of not having accountability or consequence to these actions. Like, how do you think that play into it?
I think it plays a lot into it. Particularly, music is like the news. They can bleed propaganda in your mind. If you hear something over and over and over again, you start believing that.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start believing that, see, that's where a lot of these conspiracies come to. If I believed that there was a conspiracy to incarcerate the black man, and I'm a black man, the main thing I'm going to do is prove your butt wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong. These, nowadays, they don't take that type of mentality. They don't think like that. You understand what I mean? They've already been brainwashed with this music. And I think that music, it has us worshiping all the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to worship a $250 pair of shoes. Now, I seen a girl the other day pay $1,500 for a darn Gucci bag. I said, it's a purse.
I mean, she got a $15 hole in her soul and she trying to plug with stuff.
You feel me? $1,500.
Yeah. To
For a
carry around
purse.
how much money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me. The belts. The cost of a belt. And I mean, these people actually go on Instagram and YouTube. And these supposed to be artists.
Mm-hmm.
coming up artists, they want to be so much like the artist that's already made it. You can make it too, but you got to make it your own business to make it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's got to be about you. It's no longer about RCA, BMG, and Warner Brothers. It's about you.
Yeah.
Do you. And I would say too, especially to these younger artists, I would say if I'm gonna do a song with a certain producer, me and that producer gonna be on these credits together, which means when that check come in, I'm getting a check, the producer getting a check, and whoever else on my split sheet getting a check. Why we ain't all promoting together? Don't make your check pennies. Make it big. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we, and I'm not just saying we as a people, I'm saying we in the music business, we don't work with everybody. We don't work with each other. You know, the major artists, that's what they do. They support each other. Do you think for 1 minute that Jay-Z done charged this person the same amount he gonna charge you to be on your song? No, because they networking.
Yeah.
They networking. But if somebody come to you and you hungry and ask you to network with them, listen, give me this beat. We gonna both promote this beat, and I'm gonna lay this song out, and we gonna both work together, promote it, put our monies behind it, and make it this. Most of these producers won't do that. Most of these artists ain't gonna do that.
I kind of feel it on the producer side because some of these producers are saving these artists' lives. Like I feel like producers is like the grandmas of the industry. They fix your shirt up, they make you look good to go outside because you can lay trash on the track and then the producer put all the effects on it to make it tolerable. So like I could see why a producer wouldn't just want to give away a beat, especially to an artist who's not that great.
I'm not saying give it away.
Yeah.
I'm saying work with me.
Just work together though.
Work together.
Yeah.
Even if you know, I don't know how much you charge for beats nowadays, but even if you were to charge a person your regular price for a beat, then you say, hey, I'm going to help promote this because I'm going on that split sheet too. So you make more money as a producer if you help push it. And now y'all got it so easy. All you got to do is send out a link every day. And once you send out a link, if you got a reputation as a producer, first of all, it's going to bring more people to you to get more songs produced.
Yeah.
Because they see what, hey, if I go over there to him, he going to help me promote it.
So what did it look?
You understand what I mean?
I want to get into what did it look like when you started? What was the promotion game like? How did you start out? What was your packages like?
Okay, I tell you. It's just the same thing I'm talking to you about working together. Back in the day, I'm going to take, say, Cash Money. I'm going to take Cash Money, for instance.
Which is a group that you did work with and help get signed.
Exactly.
If you don't know Cash Money, they signed their first deal. What was it, 30 million?
100 million.
100 million through Universal. So that's a pivotal part in hip-hop history, period. Nobody had really a deal like that before, right?
Exactly.
And the splits was crazy, too.
Yes, and the thing is that when people tell you 100 million, that might be over a 5-year period and so many albums. You understand? It ain't like somebody gave them $100 million, okay? So that's what artists have to understand. Just because you sign a contract doesn't mean that you're going to... It's just like football and baseball. That's over a time period, and you got to be able to deliver. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to use them for instance. They would pay us, J. Jones Entertainment, $5,000 a month. But the difference is in what they did and what these Cincinnati artists would do. They would pay the $5,000, and we would have them go from all the way from New Orleans, travel city to state to city to state, all throughout, coming all the way up here, and they would go to all the different record stores. They went to performances. They would get performances because they came, and that's how they made their side money. You understand what I'm saying? So it might be 30 people on that tour bus.
Mhm.
It's only 12 passengers, but it's 30 people on that tour bus. And when they came,
Smell like a crab boy.
you feel
Straight
me?
from New Orleans.
And the thing is everybody who got off that tour bus, they helped putting up flyers, put posters, and it just looked like they was hungry.
Mhm.
If you could get a Cincinnati artist, now I'll tell you one that did, and that was Taka. Garnet Entertainment, they took Taka on the road. I actually went on the road with them. And it might be 30 people on that tour bus, but when they got off that bus, they was working. They was working. And Al Garnett, he would pay for their room and board, per diem, food, everything. So today, I would tell any artist they need to take it back in the day. They need to get a tour bus and team up. If you can't afford it by yourself, team up with 2 or 3 different groups and get on this bus and let's go tour. It's still record stores that's open.
Mhm.
Just like you got Everybody's Records here and Shake It Records
Yeah.
right up the street. There are still record stores, mom and pops, open throughout the country. And you can still go there and promote yourself and get yourself known.
Tell us more about what it was like working with Cash Money.
It was easy because they would help us. It wasn't like they just paid us and didn't do nothing.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. They actually worked with us. And it was fun.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was fun. When I tell you we could go in the club and it'd be so many of us coming in the club, the security guard didn't know where to stop the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was Birdman like back then? Did he do this?
All the time.
Yeah,
All
bro.
the time. And he was cool. And I mean, he took care of everything. I tell you, Turk and Wayne probably was 12 and 13 years old. That's how young they was on the road. And then Wayne didn't have all them tattoos. I had some pictures of him on my Facebook page
We got to get some.
without them tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really fun back in the day. Twister.
Twist.
I love Twister. And that's one of the first records I ever promoted. Was that Do or Die, Po Pimpin'. And that's how I did it. The guy, Big Fub, Reginald McKinley, he was running Twister's label. And he sent that in there to Art Distributing. And he called me on the phone. He said, hey, you be doing some promotion around there into the stores, talking to the stores, right? I said, yep. I said, I just tell them, what to buy and what's popping right now. He said, I'm going to send you some promos. So he sent me a box of promotional stuff, and I will put it in the mailbox for every store throughout the whole Midwest because they would actually get their music from us. And, a lot of the stores at that time, some were mostly white owned.
Mhm.
At that time, like black guys were starting to convert from street to business, then they would open record stores all across the United States. So even like if you watching BMF, you seen Meech and them had a record store.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm telling you. The biggest street guys own record stores. And that's how they, basically cleaned their money.
Yeah, I'm about to say you gotta clean that money up, man. You
Well,
gotta
I
wash
don't know
it
what
up.
to say on here. This ain't national TV, but
Yeah, we ain't
If
name
I-
no names, man.
if I could keep it real, I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
No, don't do that, man. We ain't gonna blab you here, man. We're gonna show you.
Exactly.
Let's tell a story about Johnson & Johnson or something like that.
Yeah, let's
Rockefeller.
start that.
How Rockefeller was selling snake oil, man. Let's talk about that. Corrupt past. That's crazy, man. So you working this record? How would they hear about you? Because it sound like
Well, see, the stores. Okay, so say you're an artist, Twister and Do or Die. They go into the record stores in Chicago. Well, where you buy your music from? And they say Art Distributed in Cincinnati. And then they just start calling me because when I started there, I was just an order puller. But I was going to school for radio, television, and film. So they started making me get on the phone and sell the music to the black stores because they didn't know what to sell to them black stores. So when I get on the phone, I don't listen to everything while I'm pulling orders. I got headphones on and I'm listening. I'm opening CDs and listening to them.
Yeah.
Well, at that time it was mostly cassettes, to be honest with you. And I had a Walkman.
I remember that.
I graduated to a Discman eventually, but
I used to hate walking to the bus in the morning with a Discman, especially
Yeah,
if the
'cause
bus
it
was
started
putting on.
skipping.
Hop, get, sup, fuck, get, hop, get.
Exactly.
Skip it all around.
So they would send me promotional stuff.
Yeah.
The artists would, after they talked to the store and see who they buy from, then they would call me and they send promotional stuff. And it might be $100 bill in there, and it might be 50 in there in the box. And I started making money. I said, shoot, I'm going to start my business, you know. And the receivers say, hey, what are you doing? You got people sending money in here.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for it. It just happened.
Wasn't no cash app.
Hey, but it was cash in the mail.
Yeah. That's crazy.
A lot of stuff used to come in the mail.
You about to tell on yourself?
I ain't saying nothing. Know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm talking about. Hey. Oh man, I don't want to be the reason you go to jail, Miss Judy, man.
I ain't
Please
saying nothing. I'm just saying it used to be fun back then.
Yeah.
Now, no, I'm talking about they kill you.
Definitely. Who was your favorite person to work with?
I think my favorite people to work with, I had to say, man, it was all fun back then. And I don't work with some clowns.
Mm.
But back then, I would say Cash Money.
Cash Money.
Because they was just fun.
So you would be on the tour bus with them?
No, I never got on a tour bus with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many of them on there.
Yeah.
But if we were going place, I drive my car
Yeah.
or my van, and I have my van wrapped
Okay.
with Cash Money records on it. And at one time, they wrapped my van with Twister stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I done had blunt wraps on there, wrapped,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I used my vehicle for advertisement.
Yeah.
And really, to tell you the truth about it, these guys, a lot of stuff is social media now.
Mm-hmm.
But say, for instance, they bought a van and they wrapped their van with what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the older day. That's advertisement.
And everything about advertising now.
Yes, and they know everybody's not on social media. So you'd be surprised how many people you could reach by having your van wrapped.
Yeah.
And we was the first ones in the city that had TVs in our van, but we were doing promotion. So I might pull up to your spot and I open my van up. I'm handing out promo. I got your stuff, your video playing on a screen in my van, and people coming up to the van, and we handing out posters and flyers and music. And that's how we did promotion.
Did you have to print up the stuff yourself, or were they
Oh,
supplying it for you?
They supplied it.
And you just do the work of getting it out straight to your
Exactly.
stuff. Okay. And you taking cross-country trips at this point, right?
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up because it wasn't just in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
At first, it was just me. And I would go I get off from work at 5:30 in the evening, and I might go to Dayton, Ohio, and I hit all them record stores in Dayton. The next day I get off from work, I'm going to Louisville. Well, I hit all the stores up in Louisville. The next day I might get off from work and go to Indianapolis. Well, I tell you what happened. I was at everybody up in Pleasant Ridge at Everybody's Records, and I saw Gangsta Pat. I don't know if you guys remember Gangsta Pat, but this flyer was all the way around this telephone pole. So one time I was going down to Kentucky State University to do promotion, and somebody had laid Gangsta Pat, that same flyer, like a carpet all the way up to the building where Scarface and 3-2, the Ghetto Boys, all of them were coming to Kentucky State homecoming. Because Kentucky State used to have the best homecomings. And I saw that flyer, and I followed it all the way up to that front door. And I saw this guy passing it out. His name was Jamar Hawker. And I asked him, I said, hey, where you from? He said, Cincinnati. I said, you put that all around that pole up at everybody's record? He said, yeah. So for then on, I told him to come meet me at my job next time he come to Cincinnati. He came up that same week, came to my job, met me. I showed him all around the job and what I was doing. And then when you do promotions and marketing, that this will help the record sales, right? Jamar and I started a street team. It was called Street Pro Promotions because that was his stuff. He had Street Pro Promotions, and I was just Judy Jones. So it was called Judy Jones and Street Pro Promotions. And after a while, we said, we're going to make this legit. Let's get us a LLC and everything. And me, him, we met a guy in Louisville. We met a guy in Cleveland. And another guy. All of them were street promoters in their own towns. So once we met them, we started J. Jones Entertainment back in 1999. Now, we had been doing this stuff since 87. But we didn't actually go LLC and legit until 1999 as J. Jones Entertainment. And we all broke records together. So, honestly, at that time, it was fun, like I said. The Ritz, Shakers, all these clubs, they were fun. Now people scared to go. I don't even know. Is Celebrity still open?
They turned it into Dome College. It's like a school now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you go out now? I know Privilege still there, right?
Privilege. It's different places. Me personally, I stay in the house. I dance in the kitchen.
There you go.
I do a millionaire walk
It's
with
safer.
some socks on. Yeah, yeah. It's just weird now and then. You got to worry about the whole COVID thing and everything. So I don't really know where people go. Where y'all go? Y'all go out? Not really.
That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely. On the ceiling like Lionel Richie, man.
I don't know where people go anymore.
Ain't nowhere to go, really. Let's we're gonna give a little break, man, for some promotion, man. If you don't know where you at right now, you in Urban Artifact. This is Radio Artifact. In the back, we got some real special guys. We got a way to get a camera on y'all. But this is Radio Artifact, Urban Artifact production studio. So if you need anything production-wise, you want to come perform, you just want to see yourself perform, you want to throw an event, you got an idea, come holler at us here at Urban Artifact, Radio Artifact, and throw a show, man. It's pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice. Also, make sure you get on YouTube and check out the Nomtombout Radio page. Like I said, we broadcasting through Radio Artifact each and every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on 91.7 WVXU, FM2. And you can check us out on YouTube at Nomtombout Radio, Nomtombout Radio. And we're gonna get into some question and answer segments here, but I want to play some games, man. Let's play a game, man. Let's get a little music for the game first. You ready? She said she's gonna tear the stage up if I ask her something she ain't like.
Don't be asking me no crazy questions.
I might start with a crazy question, man. We're gonna get some little.
My favorite response is I don't know.
No, I don't know answers here.
I don't know.
All right, man. If you do not know, man, Type-ish hip-hop trivia, man. Go check out the Type podcast page, too. Type podcast. It's kind of hard to say. I don't want to get demonetized, man. But we play hip-hop trivia over there. So we're going to get into some hip-hop trivia. We might need a harder beat to play hip-hop trivia, man. This is kind of softness. This is some softness right here. All right, we're going to get this right here. Tip top, tip top, tip top, tip top, tip top. All right, you ready? Got a few questions for you. The first question, I'm gonna just start off crazy since you already. I'm gonna just lower your guards, man. What's the longest you ever held a fart?
Oh shit.
Taking on road trips.
Yeah, I was ready to say probably 4-5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. And describe what them hours is like.
Woo.
Sweat.
Burping.
Yeah.
Let me drink a Coke.
Mmm.
Maybe I can belch it out.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
that
gonna
kind
belch
of
a fart
stinks,
out?
you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Turn that shit upside down. Know what I'm talking about?
4 to 5 hours. I feel like I was holding farts from like K to 12. I always was thinking about other people more than me, so I was like, I don't want to offend. And I knew I had that loud pack on me. I knew I had that loud pack. So I'm like, man, I can't let this go in school, man. So I think I ruined a portion of my life holding in farts, man. We're going to get into this next one. You remember the movie Baby Boy, right?
Yeah.
What was Snoop Dogg's character's name on Baby Boy?
Lord. It wasn't Dre.
5, 4,
I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Rodney.
Oh,
Remember
Rodney, okay.
He came in there and kicked over the little boy's fort.
Yeah.
Horrible, man. Let's get into a couple more. Let's see. Okay. You only got time to do one thing before you leave the house. You already know this one. Wash your pits, wash your eye, or brush your teeth. What you doing?
I'm gonna wash that ass.
Yeah. Why?
I'm a woman.
I'm telling you, if you check out the hip hop trivia on the YouTube page, there's a lot of people who say they're gonna brush their teeth instead.
I know it.
It's interesting. Okay.
Let's keep it real. Woman need to take a shower.
Yeah, man. You know,
Sometimes we need to sit in the tub. Soak it. Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Can you name all the members of the Saint Lunatics? Y'all can guess too if you got. You can yell something out.
No.
Murphy Lee, we got one.
Oh, okay, I can do that, huh? Thank you.
Come on, what else
Murphy
you got?
Lee, Ali,
Ali.
Nelly, of course.
I give y'all one. Kiwan. Y'all want to
See, I wasn't never gonna get that.
Y'all missing the obvious one. Y'all ain't gonna say Nelly?
I said Nelly.
Oh, you said Nelly? And then it's one more. The guy with the mask. Nah, he had a name. City Spud.
Oh,
City
good
Spud.
job. With the answers on the paper.
Man. All right, one last one, man. How many kids does Future have?
Future.
Yeah. It might have changed since I looked this question up.
7.
Lower.
What?
Lower.
2.
No.
I don't know.
Go back. 6. 7 is NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, okay. And Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon is but Nick Cannon got the funds to really take care of a baby, man. He might not be there because he got too many jobs, but he definitely got the paycheck, man. But that's type hip hop trivia, man. Check out. I'm just gonna say, man, type shit hip hop trivia, man. Go ahead and check out the type shit podcast page. TYPESHITPODCAST. Make sure you also check us out at the crib, 6centsmedia.com, and we're gonna get a little bit more into this interview, man. Y'all having fun? Y'all enjoying yourself? Do y'all have any questions for Miss Judy? We're getting studio audience questions until they think of something. You also served in the military. Talk about that a little bit.
Yep, I went in the military. I tell you what, I graduated from Taft High School in 1975, and I went to Southern Ohio College. While at Southern Ohio College, I studied in Fortran, Basic, and Cobalt computer programming. Mm-hmm. We had some big Honeywell computers back then, and I studied in that. And I really didn't like it. I kind of went to school. I like computer work, don't get me wrong, but I went to school because I could keep getting my daddy's Social Security check if I stayed in college. So I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I happened to go about a federal building that said Air Force, a great way of life. Well, my brother was in the Air Force. So I went in there and I said, I want to sign up. And I talked to the recruiter and everything. Well, long story short, he said that I should probably, try the National Guard first, since I really wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. And I stuck with that National Guard, and I went in, and I mean, that was, I'm telling you, it was just enlightening. It was very enlightening. I needed to be tamed down anyway because I was kind of wild. And I did everything and anything, and I almost done went to jail. And, you know, some friends of mine was going to jail, and I ain't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
But I knew if I stayed here too long, my life wasn't going in the direction my parents had planned for it to go. And I didn't have a bad upbringing. I was raised with a mother and a father. And out of 12 kids, I'm number 12. So even my sisters and them didn't want me around half the time 'cause I was so bad, you know.
Did your parents ever try to stop you from doing music full time?
They didn't know about that. At that time, I was just listening to music.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at like 76, 76 to 79, I was in the Air National Guard.
No.
And I just listened to music all the time.
Yeah.
And they never stopped me because my real father had his own jazz orchestra. And he played drums. He would travel. I found this out as I grew older, and they started Ancestry.com. They have the whole itinerary where he would leave Cincinnati and take a bus to San Francisco, where they get on a ship and travel to Japan. And he was doing it every year. He would come home. My mama have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we came from Lynn Street. That's where we was came from Lynn Street.
Yeah.
But time I came around, my mom met my stepfather, and he had moved us to Walnut Hills, and we lived in a house instead of the apartments right across the street from Lincoln Center. So, did they ever stop me about music? No, time I got into the music business, my parents were gone.
So from when you started, it didn't have the name of Judy Jones, but once you started promoting, how long was it before you scaled up your business to have like a lot of people contacting you for work? How long did it take to build
About
that?
a year.
Just a year.
Just about a year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because the record stores was buying from me,
Yeah.
and they would tell them artists, you need to talk to her. You need to talk to her.
Yeah.
Because artists would come in the store and leave their tape or their CD, whatever they had, and the store would say, call Judy, call Judy. So I didn't have to do a lot of marketing and promotion for myself. The stores or different people, word of mouth, would do that, you know?
Yeah. I know we talked on the phone. We talked about, you give people the blueprint with your promotions. They supply you with stuff to give out, but it's also a plan of action that you got to go through to get it popping. And you had a beef with some artists because they just don't follow the direction. Talk about that.
Well, artists would give me money, and they don't do nothing. So I would call them and say, listen, I can get a show for you down here in Louisville, but what you need to do is we all need to go down there together, because I'm not going to ask you to do nothing that I wouldn't do. But let's go down here together, go meet the people in all these stores in this city, hand out little flyers and stuff promoted so that your show can make some money, and then the say for instance, the person who owned the club, they see all of this, and now people saying, when you bringing so and so, when you bringing so and so, and they help boost you. I can't go, my girl tripping, my baby this. They got every excuse in the business, and you could try it if you want to. Y'all could try it now. Just tell one of the artists, man, you need to go do this, and watch what they say. They got more excuses.
I think they really just be fighting the fact that, like, man, somebody just try to tell me what to do.
I used to think that,
Yeah.
but I think they scared.
Yeah,
And as long as they got local, notoriety
is good. It's cool enough. And
it's cool with them.
We talked about the fear, not even the fear of failing, the fear of it being successful.
Being successful.
And having to change behavior, having to have a paradigm shift, because now you're a business, and a business got to conduct itself a certain way
Exactly.
to stay in business.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you something that really, really got me is it's a lot of legit businesses out here that they started their record label. Because if you come to me, the first thing we're going to do is get your business together. I'm gonna get your LLC together. I'm gonna help you get your BMI or ASCAP together. I'm gonna help you get all your business correct. What really opened my eyes was this when this pandemic hit and this PPP came. Do you know I ain't never seen black people scared to get money in my life? You a legit business. What are you scared of?
Yeah.
They Miss Judy, they arresting people, putting them in jail. I said, but what? For what? That's because they done made a fake IRS form.
Yeah.
They done did all of this and that. But you legit. Don't be afraid to get this money. I never in my life saw so many people who were afraid to get money. And you talk about, oh my God, slave mentality or conspiracies, whatever.
Yeah.
We
I
do
feel
it
it
to
though.
ourselves.
I feel it though. It's like the cows that get led to slaughter, and they know the next one is going to slaughter, and then the farmer finally come and open the door like, y'all free now. Just like,
Yeah, they don't trust it.
nah, I don't think so, bro.
I ain't never had the government give me nothing.
Yeah.
And at 62 years old, I'm taking all the checks.
You get you a
Send them
Lambo?
on over, huh?
You get you a Lambo?
Man, listen, I don't need no Lambo. I bought me 3 more cows.
Yeah.
I live on a farm.
Yeah.
I
That's
bought
hard.
3 more cows.
What else you got? What else you got? Any other animals?
No, I had horses,
Yeah.
but my horse kept biting my husband, so he got rid of him.
It's a male horse,
Yeah.
so he was for real jealous.
It might have
That's
been,
crazy.
I don't know, because he ain't never bite me, but he would bite them men.
That's some big teeth.
My
too.
brother-in-law punched that horse so hard, I was like, hey.
Like the basketball. Who was the basketball player that stole on?
Yeah.
What was his name? I don't sound like it. It was here. Who punched it? Art Long
Yeah, they one of the police horses. Yeah.
punched a horse, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Just still on a horse. That's such a big head to still on.
And
man.
and to see them drop to their knees, that's amazing. I was like,
The horse dropped to his knees.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Drop to their knees.
Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna put you to sleep. Hey, you got horse punched.
But I mean, that really made me, see about people that are scared of success.
Mm,
They scared to get their own money. It's yours.
yeah,
Too late.
yeah. When you going on these road trips, what was 5 things that you must have on a road trip?
Respect.
For who?
For everything going on that road trip.
Mm-hmm.
The first stop we made on the stop with Taka, we wasn't gone 5 minutes from a rest stop,
Gotta move.
and the police stopped us.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
The police come on the bus and said, who all went in that rest stop in the men's bathroom? He said, these 2 right here was throwing toilet paper. We didn't know what was going on. But they done went in the toilet, in there, and threw toilet paper, having a fight, because these young boys that we took on the tour with us, artists, they was dancing to Down the Way. They went in the bathroom and done had a toilet paper fight. The police turned us back around, made us go up there, and made them 2 boys clean that bathroom.
That's crazy.
So respect,
Yeah.
okay? That's one of the things. Of course, you take your suitcase with your clothing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you got plenty of posters, flyers, and people don't want to use CDs no more, but you still need them. It's people that still use CDs.
I think CDs gonna make a major comeback.
Well, just like vinyl is right now. Vinyl's
Right.
making a major comeback. And
Yeah.
people are buying vinyl up like it just started.
It don't sound like the music we listen to now. The streams is so thin. When you go back and listen to a record, it filled
It's
a room.
different.
It got like depth to it.
Yeah.
But the streaming, especially when you get an MP3 that's been losing its generation over and over being posted, it don't sound nothing like the old stuff.
And
I
I
think-
always wonder why, especially like now, they get, say for instance, you got to stream your music on Amazon or whatever.
Mhm.
If you're an artist and you want to really promote yourself, and you gonna go on this tour, why wouldn't you make a card or have downloads to everybody you came through to? What's a song cost? 99 cents?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, let me see your phone. I'm gonna buy you this song. Let me see your phone. I'm gonna buy you this song. Buy you this song. If you bought that for 5,000 people, and
Yeah.
that's only $5,000 you spent.
So buying your song on other people's phones?
Yeah.
For-
you giving it to them.
Yeah.
For
That's hard.
$1.99.
That's live.
Now, especially if you find out that they're a premium Spotify user. If they're a premium Spotify user or a premium iTunes user or whatever, and you bought them that song, 5,000 of them, eventually they gonna tell their friend, they gonna tell their friend, they gonna tell their, and what happens? That money come right back to you.
Yeah.
So you got to spend money to make money, right?
Yeah.
So them just some ideas. I have a lot of ideas to help these artists, but I be feeling like it's a waste of time. That's why I retired from that.
Yeah.
Right now I do CD and DVD duplication, and I still make decent money. But mostly I just get them checks from the government now.
Yeah. What
Social Security.
Okay. Yeah. Don't blow your spot up, man. Can you give us one more for the artists who are motivated to promote their own thing? You got like another gift you can give them, a gem?
Yeah, contact D Wash. It's on Instagram it's King Dorian 12. King Dorian 12 on Instagram. Contact him because D used to be one of my best promoters. And when I retired, he continued and he is breaking records. He's the head of the music game right now. And he can put you right with the right social media influencers. He can guide you in the right direction. And if you got a hit, an artist that's really got a hit, he can get you a deal. I prefer to stay independent.
Yeah.
If I was an artist, I would prefer to stay independent because you can make your own money.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to spend money to make money. And you could take 5, just say Midwestern cities, and spend $1,000 giving away that tune, that track, and in 5 different places, and you can get some notoriety. But you got to build it yourself.
You ever look at places like Cash Money and see what they became and feel like you didn't get paid enough for the services?
I got paid what I asked for. And there's a lot of people who feel that way. I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they owe me anything because I got paid what I asked for. And all my people got paid what they asked for. It's like you go to a job. How can you say that job ain't paying you enough if you didn't ask for that? If you feel like you need a raise, you go in the office and ask for it, correct? If you don't get it, that's another story. But they're going to tell you how you can get it, what you got to do, and if you follow the game plan, you can get it.
I don't even ask for raises. I stop asking for raises. I steal my raises. If I work somewhere and I ask for a $2 raise and you can't give it to me, I'm stealing $2 worth of stuff every hour.
Do you know my boss used to say that? He said if you don't pay people like they supposed to get paid,
They're going to steal.
steal.
And another tidbit for y'all, all my boo-boos for at least 10 years been paid for. I never take a boo-boo at home, only at work. I get paid, I clock in for all my boo-boos. I ain't bought toilet paper in a long time. I got some Chipotle napkins if it get bad one morning. But hey, all my boo-boos is, they take the tax out.
Jesus.
Man.
Your boss gonna be looking at you like, what?
I don't got a job right now. This is what I,
Oh,
thank God,
well,
this is what I
wonder
do
why.
now. But when I had a job, man.
Wonder why. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you can't get me for the old jobs I used to take stuff from, man. Just pens and pencils and weird stuff, man. Still one ply. I'm only gonna take half the ply in the bathroom, pulling them apart. All right, we ain't gonna keep you for too much longer, man. We definitely appreciate you being here.
I'm having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I would have been left.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all got any questions for Miss Judy yet?
I do.
Go ahead.
So I don't know the industry a lot, but I have several friends who are artists. They've got samples, they've got music. I guess they're like you said, independent or self promoters. So would you speak to them as to what you had just recommended by them going to this gentleman who's on Instagram to get to connect with him to get their name out, or because I was just thinking like, man, I could have invited a couple other people here to hear this.
Well, see, that's okay. I just watched him go in his pocket and write down what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing for you to do would be to write it down and give it to your people. You see what I'm saying?
I'm talking about this video that's gonna be up there.
Yeah, it'll be up. Check the YouTube channel. Now I'm talking about right here. Nomtombout.
So you want me to just say it again?
Oh no, but that was the question. Is that I didn't know if there was a different way, or if they are not even in a position to do that. But they've got like music they produce. They got copyright. Is that the next step?
Oh, he loves. I tell you what, he is the number one. He was the manager for Static Major. Are you familiar who Static Major is?
Static Major from Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah, worked with Timbaland and Magoo and
Lil Wayne. He did the Lollipop with Lil Wayne. That's Static Major. He's done work with Aaliyah, everybody. Mm-hmm. And Static passed away about 8 years ago, maybe. So Lil D still manages that music. So he always looking for producers because he's got these young artists that he manages, and they always looking for hits. So I still call him Lil D, but it's King Dorian 12 or Dorian Washington. That's what he like to be called now because he's a grown man. He's still Lil D to me. Dorian Washington. Mm-hmm. Yes. And like I say, follow him on Instagram. You'll see the things he's doing. You'll see the different artists on there. And you might have some of you guys are still producers, and you might have some lyrics or whatever you want to send to some of them artists he got. And he's good people. Mm-hmm. Very knowledgeable.
And say his name one more time for us.
Dorian Washington.
Dorian Washington.
King Dorian 12 on Instagram.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play a quick you got something? Go ahead.
Do you got any more marketing gems besides the ones that you already said? As far as like now, the platforms, what platforms you use, promoting.
You gotta remember, you gotta watch these influencers and see what they doing. Like Dorian, okay. My thing is, an idea will come to me when I see something going on. Mm-hmm. Just like about the streams, buying people those streams like that. That is a simple thing, and it's $1 per stream. So things like that, they just come to my head. You know what I mean? If you open your eyes and watch and pay attention, the ideas are there. You just gotta put yourself in that position and just make it happen. You do production, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So is it anybody that you've done production for that's actually did something with the music?
No.
Anybody we would know?
They haven't done anything as far as like taking it to the next level. So it's kind of been in-house.
Are they doing anything with the music at all?
Maybe one artist by the name of J Funk.
J Funk?
Yeah, she's probably the only one that took anything that we've done.
Jamie?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So now, if you see that's going on with you, how long you been doing production?
Since I've been doing music, I say 10 years.
10 years.
Okay, so then it's time for you to elevate yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because you producing music, you making a little money, but you want to be making 6 figures by now. Okay, and you can do that. And the way you do that is now level up. Okay, I'm gonna get with this artist here, even though he's from Cincinnati. He's doing something. Watch the ones that's doing something, like that Santino Corleone.
Yeah.
Dude, be moving,
Relentless.
and he been everywhere,
Mhm.
and he been pushing that music for a long time.
Long
He
time.
actually has helped a lot of people get to where they were.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So somebody like that that's moving, you want to get with him and give him a song. You know what I mean? A track.
Yeah.
Somebody that's doing something and elevates yourself to the next level. And then you, as a producer, you can't be afraid to go somewhere too. If you got to go out to Cali, you go out to Cali, but it's time for you to elevate yourself. You
Do
see
you-
what I'm saying?
This the age old question right here. It make me sick. I even gotta ask this, but like, how come Cincinnati can't pop? What will make Cincinnati pop? You gave a lot of the gems already, but
Cincinnati.
deep side.
I love Cincinnati, man.
You should about to say something crazy. Whenever you start like that, I love Cincinnati, but
I am telling you what. I don't know what to do for these people because they got to start doing for themselves. It don't matter how much money you got and flashing it on Instagram and flashing them old jewels and damn gym shoes. What is you doing as an artist? Who in Cincinnati is the number one artist right now? Crickets?
No, I just said he got quiet.
Bootsy.
Who? Oh, Bootsy.
Bootsy. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Bootsy, he move in the right segments, with people.
Yeah.
He gets his stuff. It ain't just to us. He get in them different sectors.
Yeah.
And everybody, black, white, Oriental, everybody know who Bootsy is. And
That's
I mean, let's look at this. That's a grown man. Been doing it forever. And he still got notoriety. That's the kind of stuff you want. Midnight Star is still, you can turn on radio and still hear their music. So they still getting checks. But I'm saying of these young artists, who is hot right now in the city?
They leave. I think a lot of people leave, get hot, and like don't say that they from here. I feel like the industry be like, you can't tell nobody you from Cincinnati, bro. You don't do that part. Don't rep your hood. Don't do that. I feel like that's serious.
Well, it might be. I mean, you guys would know more than me because honestly, I don't see nothing around here that's going anywhere.
It's a girl named Juicy 2 Times. Y'all know her?
Yeah.
She down in Atlanta doing some
She
big
been
stuff.
in Atlanta
working
for a
with Jazzy
while.
Faye and
Yeah.
B. Chris. He not necessarily an artist, but rap plug. I
Okay.
think that's B. Chris's company and working with Rick Ross and a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need to reach out to them too. B. Chris, if you listening, we want to talk to you too about your story. Cause he really made something out of nothing.
What's his name? B. Chris?
B. Chris, Brandon Chris.
Okay, Brandon Chris.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's get back into this real quick. We talking about how we can make Cincy pop. Do y'all have any suggestions on how Cincinnati could pop?
Work together.
Any other ones that people gonna do?
There
Can you
go.
make any suggestions that
Work
people gonna?
together.
He said work together.
It is. Work together.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it. We got to. If we work
I mean, you talk about Atlanta, but you think Gucci, Jeezy, all of them, they had 4 of them. And Greg Street and Casper down there was promoting that.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 of them. I forgot the name of it. But
So icy.
you remember they all 4 was together like a group when they first came out.
You talking about them boys?
Was that the
Boys
name
in the
of
Hood?
them?
That was Jeezy.
I'm thinking it was Boys in the Hood.
Jeezy, Duke, 2 other guys, Jody Breeze,
Yeah.
and another guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See how they got together and did that?
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was 3 records. Hurricane Dave, I think, was here. and he was playing Blackjack, B-Luck, and Polar Collar. Money, Money, Mama coming down like snow. And Blackjack and them had Stunt. Yeah. And then B-Luck had the Whistle While You Twerk or something. What was it called? Whistle?
Y'all know the song?
You
Mr.
know?
Miyagi.
Okay, Mr. Miyagi. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I told them guys then, I said, y'all need to, while all three of them records playing on air, y'all need to get together, put y'all money together and promote.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all could blow right now.
Right now.
I don't tell nobody that no more in Cincinnati. Because they ain't going to do it.
Not gonna happen.
They're not going to do it.
Who
Everybody
do you see
want
with
to
the
be the
potential?
star.
Do you see anybody with the potential?
I haven't been paying attention to this music lately, to be honest with you, Cincinnati music. Okay, if you want to know who I see with potential, Just Clay.
Yeah.
That little boy, he doing his thing.
He get a lot of support too.
He got a lot of support. I just saw him on Channel 19.
Really?
He got the NBA. He got a song called Scoring.
Yeah.
It's on the NBA 2K thing that they play.
Yeah.
So you know, Just Clay.
With the guy from YNO.
Yeah.
I forget what his
TYNO,
name is.
something like that.
I forget what his name is, but it's a guy from YNO that's on the song with him too.
Yes.
He got the one eye.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I remember. I got a song with him we just released too. That's crazy. But I forget his name.
Yeah, so Just Clay. If I thought anybody was gonna pop from Cincinnati, I would say it'd be Just Clay.
And what?
Cause he working.
Working, yeah.
And he's good. I like his music. I can understand it. It's not mumble music.
You what's the biggest difference you see from when you started and now?
Work ethic. And I hate to keep on going on to that, but back in the day, people were hungry. Nowadays, these people got food stamps and they got everything that they want. Nice shoes, everything. Them guys back in the day, they mamas was working like slaves, and they had to support their mama, and they did what they had to do to make things pop.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more. They don't care if their mama will go to work.
Yeah. Matter of fact, go ahead, go to work, cause man,
Yeah,
pizza rolls popping.
Yeah.
I'm at the crib.
I need a PS5.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
So you think about back in the day though,
Yeah.
people respected their mama, and it was about their mama. Even some of their songs was about mama.
Yeah.
Mama. Who do that now?
They do it.
Where?
But it'd be, hey, little mama, back that thing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, little mama, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So the artists don't listen. Were you married when you back then?
I've been married since I was 21 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm 64 now.
How you balance that with the music business is demanding, especially with you taking road trips all over with famous men with clout.
We done had our problems, but you know it just like any situation. When you're in a relationship with somebody, I have a tendency to laugh at everything. So even when my husband get mad, I just say you ignorant and stuff.
Yeah.
I laugh at everything.
face.
You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it calms down, cause I ain't gonna do nothing. It's just that when you're not at home all the time, you know, people get to thinking certain ways.
Yeah.
You know, and then too, I watch a lot of music stuff on TV, like Rick James and Tina Turner and all them, and he started thinking about, oh, well, what you do?
Cause you was watching Rick James and Tina Turner.
It show you like they was very promiscuous people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just them, but the music industry in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, people think that way if you're gone too long.
Yeah.
This is like Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, they together and everything. But they go 30 days sometime without seeing each other.
For
And
some
you
reason,
know when you come home, it's questions.
I don't feel like Jay-Z ever had sex with Beyonce. Am I the only person who think that? that Jay-Z has never had actual sex with Beyonce?
You don't think them kids look like him?
I think they do, but I feel like she's like, let's get it on paper towel, B. It's in the bathroom. Go ahead.
Ah,
put it on your side.
whatever.
Go ahead and make that happen for the boy. Like, impregnate yourself. I'm so rich, you impregnate yourself.
Oh, shit. You sounding like him too.
A little bit. I'm trying to sneak up on Beyonce. Hey, yo, B. Have her kiss on me. Man, we're gonna get into a little bit more trivia, man. I want to play this. I want to play this commercial first, though. This is our first show. With me getting my Richard Bay on, my Ricky Lake on, man. So we working out some bugs, but it's all good. Appreciate Miss Judy for coming again. We're gonna go ahead to this commercial. I appreciate the studio audience for being here.
Yeah.
We got any volume on that? Okay, it's all me.
Sturdy, man. So sometimes you got to take matters into your own. One thing the pandemic did do is it taught people how to get it out the mud. It taught you that this system that you depend on, it ain't so sturdy, man. So sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands, create your own brand, and push your own products. And that's when we come into play. Let us at Six Sense Media help you promote your business, your brand, your idea. Make cookies? Promote with us. Sell shirts? Promote with us. Got an event? Promote with us. I don't care if you polish pit bull puppy toenails. Promote with us, man. And let's work together to share our vision with the world. Want to know more? Email us at sixbiz@gmail.com. That's SIXXBIZ@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. So we about to close up this interview with Miss Judy Jones, legendary Judy Jones. Say that one more time.
One thing the pandemic
you got
did
a
do
comment?
is it taught people how to get it out the mud. It taught
Okay,
you that
cool,
this
cool,
system
come on.
that you depend on.
You know my computer's tweaking now. Hold up. Okay, we got it.
So, what do you recommend, like, since you've seen a lot of people get to a certain level, how would you recommend people who now are accumulating money invest that, or what should they do? What are some things that you would recommend they now do with their money? Because you hear a lot of people blowing it or people not stewarding it. So, just in your opinion, because I've never heard of anybody buying cows.
Well, I live on a farm.
And just in case the audience didn't hear, his question was, if there's an up and coming artist and they do have the money, the capital, what would you suggest they do to get popping now, right?
Just in your opinion, since, you know.
This your life.
Yeah, it's you know, you gotta invest your money in something you believe in. What do you believe in? And that's the main thing. Because if you believe in it, you're gonna work hard at it. Okay? And me myself, I said I bought cows because I live on a farm. Okay? I know that people need beef. Okay? I got beef cattle. So, you know, once you got a bull and a cow, they're going to have some babies. So I ain't got to keep buying cows. I just got to feed these two, and they're going to keep on giving me some babies. And each one of them babies, you know, they could be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. You see what I'm saying? So that was my idea. My husband's been farming since before I met him. But we've been together for 40-something years, and that was his dream, to own a farm. And I just get out there and help him. Even though I'm from the city, I just watch what he do. I get out there beside him and I help him, you know. And that's how we stay together that long. Mm-hmm. So if you with somebody that's got a dream, an idea, the best thing you can do is work with that person to make these dreams come true. And I would tell people to invest in themselves. Why keep on buying? How much Jordans cost now? Why keep on doing that? He already got his. Take your money, invest in yourself. I see a lot of these young people now, they play that stock market. Mm-hmm. They on Robinhood, they on Truist, they on all of these different crypto coin things.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we learning right now. Like, for a long time, the music game was how how good the lyrics are, how great of a MC are you. And then it changed, and people started saying hip hop was dead. But I think hip hop just got a new life, and it was the music business. Because that's we got a lot of musicians get cut out of the money part because they don't know that part.
Right.
So we learned with Lil Yachty. Yeah, he might be trash, but did you see that Sprite deal? Did you see that they brought Nautica? Nautica had a resurgence off his back.
You know?
It's like we learn in the business aspect. And another thing I want to touch on business-wise with promotion is, was there certain regions where if you got hot, you knew the artist was out of there?
That
Because
they
I
was
heard that
gonna
about
blow?
Texas.
Yeah, Houston.
Houston, they say if you can make a record pop in Houston.
Houston, we have broke more artists out of Houston than any place. Texas, period. They, when I tell you them people work like slaves, but it was for their own self to promote their music from sun up to sundown and back around. These guys were working. Houston, and I had to say Dallas, Texas.
What do you think that's about, the Texas thing?
I think it was about hunger. They okay, the streets was one thing. But we got this money now. Let's promote ourselves.
Yeah.
And they put the money into themselves. Something that they love, their music.
Yeah.
And think about it. How many of your hot artists were coming out of Houston, including Beyonce?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You back then, I mean, the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, of course, and then even with Cash Money now, even though they were from New Orleans, they were back and forth between Houston, New Orleans, all across that I-10. They used it up and made it happen. So yeah, I think back in the day, and at one point it was California. Then it was Texas. Then it was Atlanta. Atlanta, man, people was moving to Atlanta from all different places,
I just
all
posted
different
something.
areas.
I just posted something on Facebook today, and because I heard somebody, Atlanta people be like, Cincinnati people, stop coming down here trying to get on. And I was like, Cincinnati people be like, well, give us back L.A. Reid and Babyface then. Because that's the reason that they pop. L.A. Reid, Babyface. Or L.A. Reid.
Well, let me tell you like this. I had a guy tell me, Miss Judy, why y'all people from the Midwest keep coming down here with these old fancy cars and all this money and just blowing it? Just blowing it. He said, people be sitting around like vultures waiting for y'all to come down here and it's blowing money.
Ohio license plates wait for them to pull up at the hotel.
And blow money.
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it?
They just treat us like tourists.
And the Midwest,
Yeah.
why don't the Midwest do the same thing? But see, what people really don't know is all those record labels that went to Detroit and Atlanta and different places, RCA, BMG, CBS, all of them, they used to be right out there in, what is that, Tri-County. They used to be right out there in Tri-County years and years ago. About the 80s.
It's
Around
it was
the
a
early
Warner Brothers
80s.
studio right there by the stadium. The
Yeah,
soccer
downtown.
stadium.
Yeah.
Why
But
do you?
that was movies back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we influenced like the whole West Coast, the G-Funk. That's us. That's like we the basis for that music. A lot of funk sound.
But y'all get y'all money and go shopping.
Yeah. So you think that's the biggest thing that cut
They
us out of
put
the
their
industry?
money behind them.
Yeah.
You think about Eazy-E and them. They put all their stuff in the trunk and went out promoting.
Yeah.
Y'all scared to go. I ain't gonna say y'all, but the Midwest people, they scared to go somewhere else. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They scared. Put yourself in the trunk, go somewhere else. What were you scared of? What you
I
smiling
done done it before, but I have been one of them artists who like, I know I wasted time. I know I like could have took better steps towards my career, but I was one of those artists. I'm not afraid to say it. I was afraid that it would work because I think I'm pretty good.
What you afraid? I'm glad you said it. Tell me.
I'm not afraid to say that.
What's the fear of it working? What was going to happen if it worked?
I don't know if it's even a thought out process to that extent where like I'm afraid because of this. It's just I don't know. It's just something about it. I don't know. I'm more of an introverted person too, so like that might have been one thing, but it just make you nervous. Like, what if this do work? What could happen? I don't know what that's about. It's changed over time. It might have had something to do with self worth, my intrinsic value, stuff like that. I didn't really have value for myself. I didn't value myself. Everything was external, so it make you fearful and have a lack mindset, which is all like it's setting off different chains of events. I think just to feel like a lack mindset, which is really like I don't feel like I have enough to do it. I thought I was nice, but I was always afraid that other people wouldn't feel the same way.
Well, I used to like your music. You know what I mean?
And I'm hearing that a lot of people
Yeah.
from that, a lot of people now, because I am finally stepping out with I think the courage that I probably should have had back in the day, but it was just a lack of knowing myself.
And you know what? Nowadays, the music industry, they want younger people
Mm-hmm.
because they'll listen. You know, them younger people,
Mm-hmm.
when I say younger, they don't even want them if they 20. You know, they looking for 15 and 16-year-olds who can still be taught something.
Yeah.
You know,
And the people who buy their music have time to be on there all day on these
All
platforms,
day long.
Instagrams, the YouTubes. Like I was thinking about it the other day. Like a lot of songs get made by 35-year-olds that's marketed to 12-year-olds.
exactly.
Grown people with these grown messages, but your audience, your demographic is 13 to 25. It's just like, why is that?
Because they can understand what you're talking about.
But it's poisonous lyrics a lot of times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they can understand it. You understand what I mean?
And the
I don't
melodies,
know what they talking about.
the melodies just kiddish too.
I can't understand half these words these artists saying. I tell you what I do. Sometimes people have me write the lyrics for the artists as they coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll send me them lyrics, and they say, Judy, just do the best you can. Because I can't understand. I had to keep on playing stuff back playing. But I'll do that. You know, how many of you as artists actually put your lyrics out?
Yeah.
So when I'm playing it in my car, your lyrics not gonna show up. If I go on my iTunes and say show the lyrics, I can look at the lyrics for Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
I can look at the lyrics for Fetty Wap, who still don't know whether he want to be in a dope game or the music.
He ain't gotta make no more decisions no more. I think the decisions has been made for him. I think it's pretty much a wrap.
It's
man.
over.
It's-
Fetty is whopped.
Jesus, man. Whoa. Because WAP got a meaning now. WAP used to never have a meaning. That's weird now. Fetty is WAP?
Yeah.
That sounds crazy right now.
Well, he is that too. Wait till the
No.
boys get hold of it.
Jesus. Pizzo. Hoodie and Steezo.
Ah.
I had something else just for you, just on the tip of my tongue. You threw me.
See, you getting old.
I am.
He forgot already.
I am, man. It's we done had a real good show though. This is what I was gonna say. For those artists out there who lyrics, it's an app called Rev, R-E-V. It's a recording app. What you can do with this app is you can record your vocals, whatever you want to say into it, and then you can send it, and it will turn it into a transcript.
Right.
So you can talk into it. You pay like an extra $2.99 for the app, and you can pay for it to be a transcript sent back to you with everything you said in writing.
If they can understand it.
Right.
Tell them again what the name of the app is.
The name of the app is Rev, R-E-V. It's a blue app, and it has like audio, and it's Rev Recorder. So get that. I would suggest that anybody who is an artist, rappers, things like that, have a voice recorder to get those ideas out. Because sometimes you might write something down that's good, but then you forget how you said it, the cadence and stuff like that. So that's just a little tip I can give for the day.
Anybody else got any tips
Yeah.
that they want to share?
Work together.
Main tip.
Yeah, main tip. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? I appreciate everybody coming out today. We got a live studio audience here. We kicking it off. I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your story. I appreciate Devin and Tetrick for helping me out back there. This is a whole a whole thing now. So now I'm talking about radio. Make sure you check us out each and every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on 91.7 WVXU HD2 FM. You can also check us out on YouTube and Instagram at Now I'm Talking About Radio, NOMTOMBOUT. And just stay tuned. We're going to get better, bigger, and greater. So my name is Six. Little last words of advice is make sure it's a fart. That's it, man. We out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. I had a good time. I try to be informative, but this guy right here,
I'm a comic relief too.
he crazy.